Hi, Elena with Pilates ER and Stretch ER. Today we're going to be going over the kneeling exercises that you can do with a springboard, cadillac, or tower. Feel free if you have an exo chair or any apparatus where you can have a spring attachment, you can do these same kneeling exercises for the most part. Be careful, especially if you have a light chair. So I'm going to find kneeling. If you need to find a mat or a padded mat, feel free for your knees. I have my spring set up shoulder level, and this is, if you have been watching other videos, this is a true shoulder level for me, so it's not set higher. Usually I like to set it a little bit higher so I don't rub my shoulders with the springs. So we're going to be kneeling facing the springs, and once you have that, grab onto your handles. So again, if I was standing, these are connected or aligned with my shoulders. All the same exercises that we do everywhere else. I'm going to try to find my lower legs aligned with my hip sockets, being fascia focused here. And then as you do that, find your pelvis, go towards your rib cage, and then your rib cage go towards your pelvis. Now hold your core in that way the entire way through. You're going to pull these arms towards your side, and then from here, pull back in space and stop at the hip bones or chest expansion. Exhale, pull back, inhale, release. Exhale. Two more. Keep those shoulders straight down the rib cage, creating that long neck. We have one more. Grab the handles, turn them towards your body. Pull back. Sometimes this is bothersome with the handles for some people. If you ever want to use the straps instead of the handles, that's always a choice. One more. I like to work the shoulder joint all the way through. Palms are going to be towards the springboard. I'm going to do a little switcheroo with my wrist here. Hands are by the side. Exhale as you pull back. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, release. Find the length out of the arms, their shoulders down your body. Let's do one more. Now we're going to get into our other chest expansion here. Another variation. We're going to pull back in space. Turn our head to the right. Turn our head to the left. Turn our head forward. Release the arms to the hips. Pull the arms back behind you. Turn the head to the left this time. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head forward, and then release. Let's do one more on each side. Pull back to the right, to the left, forward. Release to the hips. Exhale, pull back behind you, to the left, to the right, forward, and then release. Good, let's rotate our palms back in space. Hands are going to be right at our hips. We're going to pull these arms back behind us. We turn our head to the left to get the ribs and pelvis aligned. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head forward. We release at the hips. Exhale, pull back behind you. You turn to the right. Think about those lower legs. How are they? Turn your head to the left. Turn your head forward. Release. Let's do one more on each side. Pull the arms back. Long with the arms. Left with the head. Right with the head. Forward. Release the hands. Pull back. Right with the head. Left with the head. Forward. And then release. Good job on chest expansion. Now we can get into a tricep here in this position. I'm going to walk back because I know I'm going to need a little bit more. If you need to move your exercises, do so. Elbows are going to be bent by my side. I'm going to hinge forward. My bum is somewhat hovering over my feet. Straighten these arms back to the bum. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten out. Inhale, release. Exhale, straighten out. Inhale, release. Calm and steady. Feel the length out of the arm. And if you go fast here, you just miss it. We have like 90-something% of slow twitch fibers. So that means I like to go nice and slow. It's our endurance. I like to train 90-something%. That means it's more of our body. So there's no need to go fast because we don't really need to train them too much. Not for our everyday today, especially when it comes to proper alignment. Good, long wrists in this position. Let's come up. Let's do our bicep curls facing this direction. Lengthen out of my arms. Pull to a bicep curl. And then release. Find the position that works for you. Exhale, pull. And release. Keep this going. Exhale, pull. Think the upper arm bones stay lifted in space. Really feel that pelvis face to the ribs. And those ribs face the pelvis. It's usually really tight in some deep parts of our joint muscles. trying to restrict that. My pelvis is really wanting to rock forward, and I'm like, not today. Good. Now from here, we're gonna go into our rows. Palms are down. You pull these elbows out to the side and release. So just like standing with this, if you ever need to lean back a little bit so it works with your body, not if, you usually have a little lean back in these positions on the springboard, cadillacs, or towers. One more. Work on the alignment of the body, especially the lower legs. Find the hips and the ribs. Single arm with rotation. You pull and you twist. Inhale as you release. Look back at the back elbow. At the top of our neck, these muscles are connected to our eyes. They work together. If you hear a loud noise, you tend to look towards that noise first before you even realize it. Those are what those muscles are for. So, in other words, let's use our eyeballs in our movement practice so we can get more of this rotation with how we rotate truly on a day-to-day practice. One more on each side. Exhale. Actually, this is the last one. Inhale, release. Good. Let's come a little bit forward. Go into our little roll downs. Pull the hands towards your body. Tuck the chin to our chest. We roll down. So think cat, prep cat for our chair. Our pelvis is really tucked and we're trying to keep the pelvis over the knees. We inhale at the bottom. Exhale as we round up. Try to articulate. Feel the space between every single one of the spine bones, front to back, left to right, and then release. Again, exhale, pull. Tuck the chin to the chest. Exhale as we round down. Find the space between every spine bone. Don't let that butt pop back. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, slowly curl and roll up. Feel every spine bone. Keep their shoulders straight down. And then we release. We're going to get into our, you can do a low back stretch here, and you can do it facing the other direction. So we're going to do low back stretch here. You're going to have these hands by your side. You straighten the arms all the way down. Feel how that lengthens out of the low back. And then inhale as you bend. Exhale as you straighten. I forgot this in our standing exercises, so if you're taking notes, this also can be done standing. One more time. Exhale as you straighten out. Inhale as you bend. Good. Let's go ahead and turn to the other direction. And since we were just doing that exercise, the low back stretch, let's go ahead and do it to this direction. So my palms are on it, still kneeling, hands are by my side, and then I find my lower legs aligned. I find my pelvis aligned, and then from here, turn, rotate my palms. Straighten those arms down by your side. Then inhale as you come up. Keep this going. I also like to do low back stretch, where the connection is connected low, and you're pulling up. Like if you're on an exo chair and you're connected to the bottom, or if these springs were connected to the bottom, and you're doing this while standing. So it gives you a different pull, the low back stretch. Keep that in mind. Different intention. Last pass. Exhale. And then inhale, release. Let's get into our bicep curls that we can do in this direction. So I turn my palms towards where I'm looking, square everything off, pull to the bicep curl, inhale, release. So this is where these straps get funky. If they're rubbing you too much, try to stop that range of motion if they bother you. If you have sensitive skin, maybe some long sleeves, something that works for you. Those old sweatbands that you put on your wrist. Exhale. You need to bring those back. It's a great idea. Inhale, release. Couple more. Find the full range of motion that you can without bothering you. Your range of motion. One more. Ears over those shoulders. We're going to go into our hug a tree. So all the same story for all of it. We're going to close those arms, palms are towards each other, inhale, release. We're going to do 3 of everything just to get through this. Exhale, inhale, release. One more. We're going to turn our palms down, hug a tree number 2. Exhale, inhale, think the lower legs aligned. Think that pelvis is facing to the ribs. Ribs facing to the pelvis. Bottom of the rib structure. Couple more. Two. No, I think we're done. I think we did extra. Hands go to the forehead. Exhale straight. It's getting into the feels of my body. Getting into Pilates. Another country salute. Thumbs are touching each other. Index fingers are touching each other. One more. We're going to salute. Shave the back of the head. I'll get there. Thumbs and index fingers still touch. Hands go back behind the head and you straight with the ceiling and wall meet. Good. We're going to go into our punches. Elbows are bent to the side. Hands are shoulder level. You straighten those arms out. They're aligned with our shoulders. Inhale, bend the elbows to the side. Get the lower legs in alignment. Tuck the pelvis or have the pelvis tuck however you need it. Feel everything square off to each other. Find your align. Punches with rotation. You just punch and you twist. Inhale, release. Punch and twist. Inhale, release. Exhale, punch and twist. Inhale, release. One more. Punch and twist. Single arm punches, no rotation. You just punch one arm. Keep the 4 points of the core and release it. Nice and stable. Exhale. Lead with those knuckles. Exhale. Couple more passes. One more on each side. We're going into our circles. Open those arms out to the side. Lift these arms up. Let's do big circles all the way down. Open arms to the side. Lift up with the palms, lower down. Exhale. Inhale, open. Turn the palms up. Exhale. Let's reverse it. Exhale as you lift, here's the up circle. Inhale, open out to the side. Exhale, lift. Open out to the side. Exhale, lift. And open out to the side. Good. Let's do half the circle. So lower halves. We lift up circle. Open out to the shoulder level and then lower. Exhale. And open. And again. And open. Let's reverse this. Pull. Turn the palms up and lower down. Open. Close. Turn the palms up and lower down. Open. Close. Turn the palms up and lower down. One more. Exhale. Turn the palms up and lower down. Good. Let's do the up circles. So go half, the upper half. Lift. Turn the palms up, lower down. And open. Lift. Turn the palms up, lower, and open. All about that rib and pelvis stability. Yes, it's our arm, but if we're moving these arms not properly, we're always going to move them like that. So trying to find the control in the core where you need it. Be mindful. One more. We're going to reverse this. Close these arms, lift them, open them. Exhale as you close, still exhaling as you lift, palms up, open them. One more, exhale, long one. Turn the palms up, still exhaling. Inhale, open. I think I did it. Instead of the lunges here, you could always do your punches, the salute, really everything in a lunge, which is really nice. I feel like if people are coming in with low back pain, or if you're feeling that in your practice, working, opening up that hip, let's say do 3 passes in one lunge. Same exercise, switch the lunge and do 3 passes. And that way, it's really good to open up the front pelvis. Most of us these days need it. If you're on a long road trip, or if your back's bothering you, knees bothering you, it's our deep front line. So being able to open up that deep front line while you're doing these arms is a really nice way to change it up and feel those parts of your body while you're doing the same little arm moves that we always do. Thank you for joining. We will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this. Like it, love it, share it, subscribe, and then you will be seeing me later. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.